There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The corn is as high as an elephant's eye, and it looks like it's climbing clear up to the sky. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Oh, the cattle are standing like statues. Oh, the cattle are standing like statues. They don't turn their heads as they see me ride by, but a little brown maverick is winking her eye. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a wonderful feeling. Everything's going my way. Oh, the sounds of the earth are like music. Oh, the sounds of the earth are like music. The breeze is so busy, it don't miss a tree. And an old weeping willow is laughing at me. What a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a wonderful feeling. Everything's going my way. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a wonderful feeling. Everything's going my way. Oh, what a beautiful day. Billy's Place, the vibe is light and breezy. Billy's Place, it's a virtual speakeasy. My home base, I'm glad that you dropped by. Grab a libation from the shelf, have whatever you want. You gotta make it yourself. Sit back, relax. I'll make your troubles fly. A musical trip, nothing complicated, and if you tip, that's appreciated. Good fellowship with no mask on our face. From apartment 5 across the park, I'll be singing and swinging till it gets dark. Don't worry about finding a place to park, just park it here at Billy's Place. Park it at Billy's Place. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Thursday, January 21st. It's the dawn of a new era in America. Wow, what a great time we're living in. I'm so glad you're with me tonight for my celebration of the music of Rodgers and Hammerstein. I love this music, and I'm glad you're with me tonight. So just sit back, relax, hang out with me for an hour or so, grab a drink, and we're going to have a good time. Just park it at Billy's Place. When the sky is a bright canary yellow, I forget every cloud I've ever seen. So they call me a cockeyed optimist, immature and incurably green. I have heard people rant and rave and bellow that we're done and we might as well be dead. But I'm only a cockeyed optimist, and I can't get that into my head. I hear the human race is falling on its face and hasn't very far to go. But every whippoorwill is selling me a bill and telling me it just ain't so. I could say that life is just a bowl of jello and appear more intelligent and smart. But I'm stuck like a dope with a thing called hope, and I can't get that out of my heart. Not this time. I hear the human race is falling on its face and hasn't very far to go. But every whippoorwill is selling me a bill and telling me it just ain't so. I could say that life is just a bowl of jello and appear more intelligent and smart. But I'm stuck like a dope with a thing called hope, and I can't get it out of my heart. Not this time. That's how I'm feeling today. Very optimistic, and I hope you are too. Thank you so much. It's Thursday. You're here for episode 35. Hard to believe it's still going on, but it is, and I'm delighted. So last week, if you were with me, you know I did Rodgers and Hart, and I decided that, just so original, that I would jump and do Rodgers and Hammerstein this week. And there's so many great songs to choose from. And how are you going to cram all these great songs into an hour? There's no way. But I picked some of my favorites, and I hope some of yours as well. And so I'm glad you're here with me tonight. January 21st already. Can you believe we're 3 weeks into this new year? Time is flying. I never thought yesterday would come, and it did. It was a beautiful day, I thought. It was a gorgeous inauguration. As I said in my little film that I do before the show that I post on Facebook, no matter what side of the fence you're on, I think you have to agree that the wonderful traditions that our country has, like Inauguration Day, it's something wonderful to witness, and it's wonderful that the continuity is very it makes me feel very, very secure. It's very reassuring. Thank you, Doug. Oh, Doug Major, thank you with the right word. It's reassuring. You knew that's exactly the word I was trying to think. It's reassuring, because there's been so much uncertainty in the last few years. I mean, there's always uncertainty. But there was something so great about yesterday and that it came off beautifully. And then did you guys watch the inauguration evening proceedings last night that were on? It was on like every single network. And it was gorgeous. I'm going to go on record right now and say that I think that show is going to win an Emmy Award. It was so beautifully produced. beautifully lit, all of Washington at night, the Lincoln Memorial, the Washington Monument, the shots of the Bidens watching Katy Perry sing Firework. The fireworks, oh my God, it was just astounding. It was just goosebump time. It was beautiful. It was a great day for America. So uh, I'm, I, uh, I'm happy to be here tonight singing for you. Before I go any further, I got a couple of things that I want to tell you about. First of all, we have such fantastic merchandise in our merchandise store. And I know I say this every week, but I was just using one of my Billy's Place coffee mugs this morning, and it's really good. So we've got the coffee mugs, we've got the tumblers, we've got the coasters, we've got those great hoodies, and we've got my CD, my Billy's Place CD. I know I hawk this every single week, but it's only because I have a whole box of them to sell. But if you want a CD, you can download it every place, you know, Spotify and iTunes and Pandora and all that. But if you want an actual copy, and I'll sign it for you, go to my website, billystritch.com, and all the info is there. And also all the information to get the merchandise is on my website. So please feel free to go and browse. We have about 14 or 15 items in the merchandise store. And if you're able to contribute to the virtual tip jar, I know I also say this every week, but it's how we keep going. Last week, thank you so much for your contributions because I was able to give a very nice amount of money to Birdland, to the Save Birdland Fund, and I'll tell you more about that later in the show. But you guys were doing very well with that. We're going to keep that club going because it's very important that when everything is open again and we all want to go out and hear music, that there's some places that are going to be open, and so we have to secure and make sure that Birdland and other clubs like it are open. I wanted to mention again, I mentioned last week, that if you're looking for a show to watch this weekend or next weekend, my good friends at the Cabaret Project in St. Louis have a wonderful series coming up. It's called Tributes. And what's great about it is that it's not only me, but next month there'll be Christine Andreas doing a show. Well, it's me doing a tribute to Mel Torme, Christine Andreas next month doing a tribute to Edith Piaf, and then in March it'll be Tony Dessert and Capathia Jenkins doing Frank Sinatra and Ella Fitzgerald. So you can buy one show or you can buy all three shows. I recommend the latter. And how you do that is you go to tributes.givesmart.com. They do such wonderful work in St. Louis, and what's great about recording it, and I recorded the show at the beautiful Birdland Theater, is that you don't have to be in St. Louis to watch the show. So that'll be on this Saturday at 7:30 Central Time, where they are 8:30 in Eastern Time. And then they'll rebroadcast it again a week from Saturday on the 30th. So I'm very proud of the show. I did it with my fantastic trio, and you'll have a good time. So check that show out. All right, onward with Rodgers and Hammerstein. I'm going to sing a song. Oh, cheers, everybody. Let's drink a toast. Let's drink a toast to America and to a new beginning and to change and to, you know, the future. It can't be, well, it's got to be great. Cheers, everybody. This is a song that I always loved from the movie of The Sound of Music. It's not in the original stage play. And it was written, words and music, by Richard Rodgers. And I just think this song is so romantic. And I remember Elaine Stritch also sang this song in her award-winning show at Liberty. And I just think it's so sweet. So this is called Something Good. Perhaps I had a wicked childhood. Perhaps I had a miserable youth. But somewhere in my wicked, miserable past, there must have been a moment of truth. For here you are standing there loving me, whether or not you should. So somewhere in my youth, I must have done something good. Nothing comes from nothing. Nothing ever could. So somewhere in my youth or childhood, I must have done something good. For here you are, standing there loving me, whether or not you should. So somewhere in my youth or childhood, I must have done something good. Nothing comes from nothing. Nothing ever could. So somewhere in my youth or childhood, I must have done something I always love that song. I love that scene in the movie when they're singing it in the gazebo, and it's romantic, and it's just lit so beautifully. And Julie Andrews' eyes are just so blue, and so are Christopher Plummer's. It's just great. Every time that movie comes on around Christmas time, I have to watch it again because what's better? I mean, nothing better. It's just a fantastic film with the best opening of any musical ever, sweeping through the mountain. All right, here's another song from that score. This is a song that kind of has been adapted as a jazz standard, and also some people do it during the holidays. I recorded this song on an album with my good buddy Christine Ebersole, an album we did called Sunday in New York. This is My Favorite Things. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wing. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. bites, when the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. My favorite things. Nothing like a great little jazz waltz. I love a jazz waltz. So much fun to sing. Um, this is a song, this next one is a song that was from the seventh show that Rodgers and Hammerstein wrote together in 1955. After Oklahoma, after South Pacific, after The King and I, after Flower Drum Song. Uh, this was from a show called Pipe Dream, and this was not a big hit show. It was based on a John Steinbeck novel, short story called Sweet Thursday, which was kind of a sequel to Cannery Row. And I was doing a little reading about it. They couldn't quite decide what it was going to be. I mean, it really was about a brothel and the madam of a brothel and the prostitute. But they shied away from that, and they decided that they really couldn't say that. So the show had no real point of view, and they didn't commit to that. And I read that after they had exhausted their advance sale, the show tanked. They couldn't get it cast properly, had all sorts of problems, and it's not a show that people really know very much. But I was listening to first of all Doug and I went to a fantastic concert. It was maybe around about a year ago, maybe. Doug, what was that concert at the? It was the New York Pops. Did a fantastic evening at Carnegie Hall of Rodgers and Hammerstein. Our good buddy Max von Essen was in it. It was just a fantastic night. And this was the song. This was a song that Max did not sing. What was the girl's name? Do you remember? It wasn't Laura Michelle. Maybe, yeah, no, maybe it was Laura Michelle Kelly. I know it's three. I know, right? I think maybe it was. It was. I know she had three names. She was the brunette. Someone's going to tell me. She played Mary Poppins on it. She was fantastic. It wasn't Julie. No, it was in the stage play. She played Mary. I think you're right, Laura. She was fantastic. Anyway, she sang this song. This is the song that's sung by a girl in the show, but I don't think it matters. The lyrics certainly it doesn't matter that way. This is called "Everybody's Got a Home But Me." Scooted out of Frisco I'm in the wrong key. Better, key of C. The people's key. No sharps, no flats. It's amazing. Watch the hands. Scooted out of Frisco over Route 101. Got a hitch as far as San Jose. Rode aboard a Greyhound till I run out of dough. Bid the bus goodbye at Monterey. But I see a lot of things along the way. And I did a lot of thinking on the way. I rode by a house with the windows lighted up, looking pretty as a Christmas tree. And I said to myself as I rode by myself, everybody's got a home but me. I rode by a house where the moon was on the porch and the girl was on her fella's knee. And I said to myself as I rode by myself, everybody's got a home but me. I'm free and I'm happy to be free in the way I want to be. But once in a while, when the road is kind of dark and the end is kind of hard to see, I look up and I cry to a big empty sky. Won't there ever be a home for me somewhere? Everybody's got a home but me. I'm free and I'm happy to be free. To be free in the way I want to be. But once in a while, when I'm talking to myself and there's no one there to disagree, I look up and I cry to a big empty sky. Won't there ever be a home for me? Oh Lord, everybody's got a home but me. Isn't that sweet? That's one of those songs people don't really know that as much. It's one of their more obscure songs, but I loved it. I remember being so struck when she sang that in the show at the Pops, and it was like, oh God, it's a great song. Um, Cheers to that. If you're just joining us, this is Billy's Place. I'm your host, Billy Stritch. If you're able to contribute to the virtual tip jar, there are a couple of ways you could do that via PayPal and via Venmo. And if you don't use either one of those apps, which is fine, and you'd like to send something anyway, just send me a message on the Facebook Messenger app, and I'll be happy to send you my address, and you can send me a check that way. Oh, my friend, Doug is just telling me my friend, my good friend Dana Steele is watching me from Texas. Hi, Dana. Dana and I go back a long way. Dana was a junior in high school when I was a freshman. And Dana was, Dana's a fantastic, first of all, she's a great radio personality, a great DJ. She's a legend in Houston, for one thing. She's actually a legend in the whole New York rock and roll, the whole national rock and roll radio world. Dana Steele. She was on K101, KLOL in Houston, which was the rock and roll station. And she's written tons of books. And she is the hippest girl. And the last time I saw you, Dana, was in Palm Springs, I think, when I was at the Purple Room working with Linda Lavin. And we got to hang out. God, I hope we get to hang out soon. Uh, Love to you, love to Charlie, and love to all the kids to yeah, point son 0.1, 1.2. She's got 3 kids, and she calls them point 1. I forget what you do it, but it's like son point 1, son point 2. You're going to tell me. I got it wrong. I know what it is. Anyway, cheers. Happy New Year. I'm so happy you're watching. Dulles High School, Vikings, class of 79. I think you were class of 76, perhaps, but go Vikings. Great. Thrilled you're watching. Cheers. So I put together a couple of songs in this next medley. The first song is a song that was cut from Oklahoma, which was the first big show that Richard Rodgers and Oscar Hammerstein wrote together. This song was cut, and then it was filmed. It was supposed to be part of the movie of Meet Me in St. Louis with Judy Garland. And it was filmed, and according to what I read today, the the audio, the recording exists because I listened to it, but the film does not exist. They got rid of it. There's no footage of that. Anyway, that was cut from Meet Me in St. Louis, and then the song kind of floated around. People knew about it, and then when they did a stage version of the show State Fair on Broadway back in the '90s, they found a place for this great song. I think it's a lovely, lovely tune, and I paired it with another song from the film State Fair. Well, State Fair started out as a film in the '40s. It was the first project that Rodgers and Hammerstein wrote for the screen after writing great successes for Broadway. They wrote State Fair, and then the movie was remade in the '60s, and then they finally did the Broadway version in the '90s. But so here's a song from, as I said, cut from Oklahoma, cut from Meet Me in St. Louis, added to State Fair, coupled with a song from the movie of State Fair. Is that confusing enough? We walk on every city street. We walk in lanes where branches meet, and stars send down their blessings from above. We go through storms of doubt and fear, and so we walk from year to year, believing in each other as we do, bravely marching forward, two by two. Boys and girls like you and me walk beneath the skies. They love just as we love, with the same dream in their eyes. Songs and kings and many things have their day and are done, but boys and girls like you and me, we go on and on. I saw you standing in the sun, and you were something to see. I know what I like, and I like what I saw, and I said to myself, that's for me. A lovely morning, I remarked, and you were quick to agree. You wanted to walk, and I nodded my head as I breathlessly said, that's for me. I left you standing under stars. The day's adventures are through. There's nothing for me but the dream in my heart, and the dream in my heart, that's for you. Oh, my darling, that's for you. Songs and kings and many things have their day and are gone, boys and girls like you and me. We go on and on. Thank you. Howdy, Neil McCoy. Oh, my good friend, the country legend. Neil McCoy is watching me from East Texas. That's around my neck of the woods. You know, I'm from Sugar Land, Neil McCoy, which is more on the Gulf Coast. But I mean, I know East Texas really well. I know Kilgore, I know Tyler, I know Longview, I know all those places because, you know, I grew up there. And Neil is a fantastic country singer. You guys know who he is. But he also recorded the most wonderful album of standards, which I listen to quite a lot, Neil. I'm so happy you're watching tonight. It means a lot to me. I'm very flattered and very thrilled, and I wish you all the best. Good to see you, buddy. And Bruce Roberts, the legendary Bruce Roberts, is watching me from Hollywood. Bruce is my buddy. We've reconnected in this past year. We've been writing some songs together. Bruce wrote, "Enough is enough is enough. I can't go on. I can't go on." I may have to do a whole night of your stuff, Bruce. And he also wrote "Making Love," that great song from the film Making Love. And he wrote "The Main Event." There's so many great songs that Bruce wrote. And Bruce and I co-produced an album for Liza Minnelli a few years ago called Confessions. And it was an album of standards that Liza did. And we recorded most of the tracks at Bruce's house up in the Hollywood Hills. So, hey, baby, I'm glad you're watching. So happy to have you out there. I had a feeling you were watching. I was hoping that you were. So moving on to another song from State Fair. This is a song that you will know, but I've kind of put a little samba beat to it. I'm as restless as a willow in a windstorm. I'm as jumpy as a puppet on a string. I'd say that I had spring fever, but I know it isn't spring. I am starry-eyed and vaguely discontented, like a nightingale without a song to sing. Oh, why should I have spring fever when it isn't even spring? I keep wishing I were somewhere else, walking down a strange new street, hearing words that I have never heard from a girl I've yet to meet. I'm as busy as a spider spinning daydreams. I'm giddy as a baby on a swing. I haven't seen a crocus or a rosebud or a robin on the wing, but I feel so gay in a melancholy way that it might as well be spring. It might as well be spring. Somewhere else, walking down a strange new street, hearing words that I have never heard from a girl I've yet to meet. I'm as busy as a splatter spinning daydreams, giddy as a baby on a swing. I haven't seen a crocus or a rosebud or a robin on the wing, and I feel so gay in a melancholy way that it might as well be spring. It might as well. It might as well. It might as well be spring. 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 Billy Gilman, another country legend. I gotta say, I tell you, I got the celebrities watching me tonight. I love it. Mr. Billy Gilman. I know my friend Jane Monheit is watching me tonight too. Fantastic jazz singer. Billy, how you doing, buddy? Oh, I had a little fan. I had this little fan blowing on me because I feel like I get hot, but then it blows to my throat, and so that's not a good thing. So, bye-bye, fan. I'm going to drink a little water. And I'm back. So guys, Billy Gilman, how you doing, buddy? I'm glad you're watching. I'm glad all of you. Do we have a nice crowd watching tonight? Oh, that's good. All right. So I'm having a little sip of my drink. Here's a song that I dearly love, and this song is from Oklahoma, which was the first big song, the first big musical that Rodgers and Hammerstein wrote together. After Rodgers and Hart wrote together for 20-something years and wrote 26 shows and had like 500 songs together, they switched gears, and all of a sudden Richard Rodgers wrote with Oscar Hammerstein. This is one of the songs from Oklahoma that I love a lot. I recorded this actually also with Christine Ebersole. This was a big song that we did on 2 of our albums together. This is the Surrey with the Fringe on top. When I take you out tonight with me, honey, here's the way it's gonna be. You will sit behind a team of snow-white horses in the slickest gig you'll ever see. Chicks and ducks and geese better scurry when I take you out in the Surrey. When I take you out in the Surrey with the fringe on top. Watch the fringe and see how it flutters when I drive them high-stepping strutters. Nosy pokes will peek through the shutters and their eyes will pop. The wheels are yellow, the upholstery's brown, the dashboard's genuine leather. With isinglass curtains you can roll right down in case there's a change in the weather. 2 bright side lights winking and blinking. Ain't no finer rig, I'm a-thinking. You can keep your rig if you're thinking that I care to swap for that shiny little Surrey with a fringe on the top. All the world will fly in a flurry when I take you out in the Surrey. When I take you out in the Surrey with a fringe on top. When we hit the road, hell for leather, cats and dogs will dance in the heather, birds and frogs will sing all together, and the toes will hop. The wind will whistle as we rattle along. The cows will moo in the clover. The river will whistle out a rippling song and whistle it over and over. Don't you wish you'd go on forever? Don't you wish you'd go on forever? Don't you wish you'd go on forever and would never stop in that shiny little surrey with a fringe on the top? I can see the stars getting blurry when we drive back home in the Surrey, driving slowly home in the Surrey with a fringe on top. I can feel the day getting older, feel a sleepy head on my shoulder, nodding, drooping, close to my shoulder, and it falls kerplop. The sun is swimming on the rim of the hill. The moon is taking a header, and just as I'm thinking all the earth is still, a lark will wake up in the meadow. Hush, you bird, my baby's asleepin'. Maybe got a dream worth a keeping. Whoa, you team, and just keep a creeping with a slow clip, clop. Don't you hurry with the Surrey, with the fringe on the top. Frank Basile is watching. I love you, Frank. Frank was married to a wonderful woman who we all adored, the legendary Celeste Holm. And Celeste Holm was in the original Broadway production. She was the original Ado Annie in Oklahoma. And he just wrote to say that he loved singing that song with her. God, I think of Celeste all the time and the times that we had together. I feel so fortunate and so blessed to have known her. And I'm glad that you're watching, Frank. I haven't seen you in a long time. I wish you all the best. And I hope that we get to see each other again soon. So I have a couple more Rodgers and Hammerstein songs to sing for you tonight. If you just joined us, it's Billy's Place. I'm your host, Billy Stritch. Episode 35. Can you believe that we're at that point? As I said before, if you're able to contribute, please do so via PayPal or Venmo, or you can send me a check. I'll send you my address. I'll take it any way I can get it. Doesn't that sound nice? I'm classy. I'm classy tonight. I'll take it however you want to give it to me. Great. This is a medley of two songs that I really love. The first song was written by words and music by Richard Rodgers again, from a show that he wrote in a very good year, 1962. Fantastic year, because I was born in that year. It's a show called No Strings, and it starred the great Diane Carroll and Richard Kiley. And this is the first song. This first song in the medley is the first song in the show. And then I lead it seamlessly, I hope, into probably my favorite, hard to say, but it's probably my favorite of those great, big, wonderful Rodgers and Hammerstein love songs, From the King and I. Oh, I better take some water before I try to belt this one out. I'm feeling a little dry all of a sudden. Dry is not good. There we go. All right. So bear with me. I'm going to croak. What do I really hear? And what is in the ear of my mind? What sounds are true and clear, and which will never be defined? The sweetest sounds I'll ever hear are still inside my head. The kindest words I'll ever know are waiting to be said. The most entrancing sight of all is yet for me to see, and the dearest love in all the world is waiting somewhere for me, is waiting somewhere for me. Alone and awake, I've looked at the stars, the same that smile on you, and time and again I've thought all the things that you were thinking too. I have dreamed that your arms are lovely. I have dreamed what a joy you'd be. I have dreamed every word you whisper when you're close to me. How you look in the glow of evening. I have dreamed and enjoyed the view. In these dreams I've loved you so that by now I think you know what it's like to be loved by you. I will love being loved by you. How you look in the glow of evening. I have dreamed and enjoyed the view. In these dreams I've loved you so that by now I think you know what it's like to be loved by you. I will love being loved. I will love being loved. I will love being loved I have dreamed. Oh, I sang that lyric wrong both times. That by now I think I know, not you know, what it's like to be loved by you. It wouldn't make sense the other way. I sang it wrong the first time, and then I came back around and sang it wrong the second time. But you know, that's a live performance for you. What are you going to do? Just trying to get through it. So that's Rodgers and Hammerstein. Just a little tip of the iceberg to some of those great Rodgers and Hammerstein songs. So many good songs to choose from. I worked up a bit of a sweat on that one. So I'm going to sing a couple of songs now to close out the show. But before I do, I want to tell you about this fantastic thing that is going to be happening on Sunday night, at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. There's a fantastic show that's being put together by some dear friends of ours, Tom and Mike Dangura, and their producer buddy, Michael, and I can't think of his last name because I don't really know him, but the three of them got together a month or so ago and they did an incredible fundraiser for the West Bank Cafe on West 42nd Street and raised a lot of money to keep that wonderful place open. And now they're doing it with Birdland. I know we talked about it last week, and you guys were so gracious and generous to donate some money that I could, in turn, donate a chunk of that to Birdland. Well, they are producing the most fantastic telethon, if you will, this big extravaganza. It's probably going to be 3 hours worth of music, and it's going to be music and speakers and people just talking. I mean, it's incredible. If you go to the website, it's called savebirdland.com, and you can get all the information. I think it's going to be on YouTube, but it'll also be on some other streaming platforms. And it's going to premiere 7 o'clock Eastern Time on Sunday, but it's going to be available, I think, for a week to watch after that. So incredible people. Well, I'm on it. And Norm Lewis and Susie Mosher and Lilias White and Marilyn May. And I can't even begin. It's like everybody fantastic. I mean, it's like, what'd you say? Oh, well, President Bill Clinton. I mean, exactly. He opens the whole show. Whoopi Goldberg, Sting, Diana Krall, Elvis Costello, Wynton Marsalis. I mean, it is truly world-class, stunning array of stars that have come together for this show to raise money to save our beloved Birdland. I tell you, I have been working. Well, the first time I worked at Birdland was 1997. I had just recorded an album called The Waters of March, which is available on my website, by the way. It's a great album of Brazilian music. And I did it for a company called After Nine Records, and they said, we're going to do the premiere party at Birdland. And I was just blown away because, you know, Birdland, big stars work at Birdland. And I certainly didn't think that I was worthy of working there. Well, I probably wasn't at the time, but regardless of that, I did 2 nights to premiere that album. And then about 6 or 7 years after that, my buddy Jim Caruso moved his open mic night called Cast Party to Birdland. And that has been our home in New York for 17 plus years. And every Monday night, I have looked forward to walking through those doors and playing for all sorts of singers, wonderful singers in New York, also other people, as we like to say. And then I've also done my own shows. I've done shows there with Marilyn May and Clint Holmes and Gabrielle Stravelli and Clea Blackhurst and Aisha DeHaas and Capathia Jenkins and Max von Essen, and I'm going to leave some, but Christine Ebersole, Linda Lavin, so many great people. So it is a fantastic New York institution, and I think we're going to keep it open, and it's very important. But you want to watch the show Sunday night because it's going to be spectacular. So that's what I wanted to tell you about. I'm not going to be here next Thursday. I know, it's very sad. I actually got a gig out in the world. Can you believe that? I'm going to South Florida to work 3 nights at the beautiful, gorgeous Wick Theater in Boca Raton. They've set up a beautiful supper club in the lobby of the theater. You can't believe how gorgeous it is. There's only 50 tickets available a night. It comes with a gourmet 4-course dinner. Everybody's distance. It is meticulously maintained. They are doing everything they can to make it as safe and wonderful as possible. So I'm very excited to go down there and do a show Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night. If you're in the area and you'd like to come, go to their website. It's thewick, WICK.org, and come see me. And in the meantime, I think Doug is going to put together a show next Thursday to play for you of some clips from previous shows. So there's going to be something going on next Thursday. So we're going to work that out this week. And I will be back with you live in 2 weeks on February the 4th. February. Oh, what happened to January? Oh my God, it's going so fast. So I think I said everything I needed to say. Doug, thank you so much. My producer and partner, Doug Major, does a fantastic job. Thank you, everybody who's watching tonight. Donate if you can. I'm going to close out with 2 songs if my voice can hold out. The first one is a song that Doug actually suggested a couple days ago, and I was like, "Oh, that's a great idea." So, no, it's not. He said it's not Rodgers and Hammerstein. No, we're done with Rodgers and Hammerstein. Okay, we're moving on. We're now back onto inauguration, new era. You know, we're onto that thing. Far, we've been traveling far without a home, but not without a star. Free, only wanna be free. We huddle close, hang on to a dream. On the boats and on the planes, they're coming to America, never looking back again. They're coming to America home. Don't it seem so far away? We're traveling light today in the eye of a storm, in the eye of the storm. Home to a new and shiny place. Make our bed and we'll say our grace. Freedom's light burning warm. Freedom's light burning warm. Everywhere around the world, we're coming to America. Every time that flag's unfurled, they're coming to America. Got the dream to take them there. They're coming to America. Got the dream they've come to share. They're coming to America. They're coming to America. They're coming to America. They're coming to America. They're coming to America today. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing, of thee I sing today. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for heroes proved in liberating strife, who more than self their country loved, and mercy more than life. America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for patriot dream that sees beyond the years. Thine alabaster cities gleam, undimmed by human tears. America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Thank you very much. Have a good week. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Good night.